Hello everybody, Live for Life here, and bringing you guys a brand new limited edition review. This time around we are doing Guilty Gear Xrd Signs, as I promised. Or at least as I said I thought I would do. And I decided to go ahead and do it, because I love this limited edition, and I got a funny story about it too. So I'll go ahead and save that for later though. So my first impressions on this limited edition is that it's got a really nice background and everything. Well, not background, but cover art. That cover art is really nice. That is, I forgot who the artist is. I believe it's Daisuke Shiyotari. He's the main composer of the series for both Guilty Gear and BlazBlue. And I believe he does the artwork for the series as well. And it's heavily inspired by, or at least the concept art is heavily inspired by good old like old-fashioned rock like albums and everything, which is why it's so honestly kind of creepy looking. But I like it a lot. The cover art is nice. It's a little sleeve. Whenever you take it out, you get the actual like box, and if you flip over, you get a little explanation of the game and everything. You know, your standard stuff, as well as like everything that's inside of it, which is pretty nice. Now, if you did like get this on launch and you pre-ordered it, you guys would know that there was a little bit of an issue with getting the game out in America, because sorry, the limited edition at least, because the limited edition came out about a full week or so after the actual game did, or I think it's actually, it was almost 2 weeks, and that was because there's a big strike going on, and the keychain that is in this, okay, there's a keychain in this. Yeah, the shipment of those would not come in because, well, they were there on the boat, but no one would go and get them off the boat because all the boat workers were on strike, which was kind of annoying. So yeah, it held up the release of this by about a good week or two, and I barely got this in time for Christmas. It came out like, I think December 23rd, or at least that's when I got it in the mail if I remember correctly. Now, on for the actual, like, main box. It's designed after the Book of the Backyard from the game, which is pretty cool. I like it a lot. It looks nice. This is actually the second, to my knowledge, collector's edition that is modeled after a book, or at least the second one that I've owned. That's the other one is Soul Calibur 5. I'll probably do that one sometime soon. I don't know when. It's designed after, so yeah, designed after the Book of the Backyard. I kind of wish that this was actually like full on, like out and everything, but no, it's just a little picture. It looks really nice and everything, and it's really detailed too. You can actually almost see every individual page, even though, boop, no page. It looks really nice though. I really like it a lot. And oh wow, these are, I think these right here are actual like pieces of metal, while this right here is not. Now then, onto the actual contents. First thing is a collector's edition. Sorry, not collector's edition. It is a art book. I don't know why I say collector's edition. Now, this art book, it's about the same size. Well, actually, no, it's a little bit thicker. A bit more meat to it than the Neptunia one that we showed off last time. And it goes into a lot more detail on the characters, and like even goes into detail on characters that aren't in this game. It goes into like detail of every single character who's ever been in Guilty Gear, which is really nice. Contains some further info in the back. This is how you do a like art book and everything, in my personal opinion. It looks really nice. You get some really good artwork in the back and everything after all the character introductions. I kind of wish they would have shown off some more of the actual like in-game artwork designs and stuff, but it looks like, holy crap, I love this artwork that the artist does. I believe it's Daisuke Shiyotari who does the artwork. If not, I will be sure to leave a comment or something in the description saying who actually is the artist, because whoever does the artwork for Guilty Gear deserves a medal because of just how it looks, how good it looks. So yeah, this is a little bit more. It even talks about the characters that are DLC, which is pretty cool. And yeah, come on, move. There we go. And then yeah, table of contents. So yeah, while it doesn't contain very many like in-game artworks, you know, like game artworks of like backgrounds and stuff, it contains a lot of nice little artworks and everything on everything else. Now, Focal Collection. Soundtrack. Okay, so almost every collector's edition has a soundtrack, and this one does as well. But it doesn't have any songs from, like, it doesn't have like the battle themes or anything, but it actually does have is the vocal songs that are in there, and they're the full songs. And I wish more game companies out there would do this. Okay, there are a lot of soundtracks out there for collectors and limited editions, collectors editions and limited editions, that only include like samples of the songs or small portions of the songs or like a cut version of the songs, and they don't even include all the songs. It drives me nuts. This one includes all 10 of the vocal songs in full that appear in the game. It includes Heavy Day, Dice, Shotgun and Head, Lily, Ride to Fire, Birthday Train, Big Blast Sonic, Coming Home, Storyteller, and Icarus. All of these songs are amazing, and I highly, 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 highly recommend that you give them a listen, because they're all heavy rock songs, and they just sound amazing. Although Icarus is a bit slower, it's kind of like, I guess the biggest comparison I could think of is like, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. Now then, as for the actual thing, the CD, that's what it looks like. Hang on. There we go. That's what the CD looks like. Now, if you have a PS3, you can actually put this into your PS3 and burn all the songs onto your PS3, and then you can like put it onto like a USB and then put them onto your phone, or like you put them onto a computer and then put them onto your phone or iPod or whatever. Kind of have to go through hoops and hurdles to get them off of the CD, but if you want to be more straightforward, you can get them straight off of YouTube. I almost recommend buying this just for the vocal soundtrack because it's so good. Then we get to the actual game. Now, about the game, this is honestly one of the best fighting games on the PS4 right now. I'd say this is the big four. I would say is probably this, BlazBlue, Chrono Phantasma Extend, Dead or Alive 5, kind of. Not many people really play that, and I don't want to say Street Fighter 5 because Street Fighter 5. Nobody wants to talk about that one. But honestly, this game is amazing. The story is really good. The just design of it is really good. It's beautiful to look at and even more fun to play. And heck, it's also just fun to watch too. If you and a buddy can play this, you're gonna be having hours of fun. Another thing I do want to note is that you can actually cross-play with people who are on PS3. Because this game was also released on PS3, you can play against people who are on PS3, which is really, really nice. And I wish more games that are on multiple consoles would do that. And now we get to the final thing in this, and honestly, probably the least kind of cool, kind of not very cool, is the belt buckle keychain. I wish they would have given you an actual belt buckle. Okay, so this is a keychain modeled after the main character's belt buckle. Again, I wish it was the actual belt buckle because it would be really cool, but no, it's a little keychain. Which I don't really mind too much because I got like 3 or 4 of these from collectors and limited editions, and they're really cool. But honestly, I just wish it was an actual belt buckle. Come on. You'll notice that mine's got some wear and tear on it. That's because I do actually have this like attached to my keychain most of the time. I just took it off for this video. And it's made out of actual like stainless steel. Like this, you cannot bend it. You can't break it. You can't do anything to it. It's made out of actual stainless steel, and it's really well made. But you're gonna start noticing that it gets dirty pretty easily. And I don't know how to wash steel without it getting rusty or something. So guys, that's the collector's edition of Guilty Gear Xrd. If you want this for yourself, you can get it on Amazon for PS4 for I believe $40 right now. And for PS3, wait for this is insane, you can get the collector's edition for PS3 for $18. You can get this thing for under $20 for your PS3. It's like, holy crap, I paid the full $80 for this whenever it first came out, and it's only continued to go down in price. Most collector's editions go up. Why is this going down? I mean, I'm laughing about it, but it's actually kind of weird. Anyways, I absolutely do recommend that if you're a fighting game fan, you do get this, okay? This is an amazing collector's edition. I like it a lot. The soundtrack Heck, the soundtrack alone, the vocal collection alone is darn near worth it just for itself because of just how good these songs are. I'd be playing them in the background right now if I didn't want to get copyright striked, but it is really good. I have some gameplay of Guilty Gear Xrd here on the channel as well, so if you want to see how it plays, I'll be sure to leave a link to the playlist in the description. The game is fantastic. It's an amazing fighter. If you're a fighting game fan, you should already have this game. Now, if you do want to get into the Guilty Gear series, I do recommend starting off on this one because you can play it without playing the others. They do allude to Guilty Gear 2 Overture, but however, they don't really focus too much on that. Although some things you'll be kind of lost on because there is a plot point that from Guilty Gear 2 Overture that continues into Guilty Gear Xrd. But however, it's not, okay, well it kind of is big, kind of isn't. It involves a certain character that everybody wants back in the game, and we are getting back in the game in the next game in the series, and that's Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator, which is coming out in June for America, and I believe it's going to be a worldwide release, so yeah, that's going to be awesome. Now, also, that game is also getting a collector's edition, and I'm waiting on them to actually, like, put it on Amazon or something because I want to pre-order it. But we don't know what's in that collector's edition yet. But however, so if you want to wait for Revelator, go ahead and wait. But the story you're going to be totally lost on because the story picks up right after Xrd, and Xrd has a darn good story. Also, if you're going to play through the story, you need to go through at least So Bad Guy's arcade mode first because the story picks up in Xrd right after So Bad Guy's arcade ends. Additionally, you're gonna be, and so if you kind of just jump into it, you're gonna be lost. Additionally, the story mode is not like most other fighting game story modes where they're like, oh, some like there may be some animated cutscenes or anything and like some still images and stuff. No, it's a full-on story. It's a 5-hour-long movie. Is what the story mode is. You can literally just hit start. Well, you can pop some popcorn, hit start, and eat your popcorn while watching that. And it's well worth the watch. It is a really, really good story, and I do recommend just playing through the story or watching the story, I suppose. This game is, I wish more people would play it. It is such a good game. It's on PS3 and PS4, as I already said, and the limited edition is far cheaper on PS3 than it is on PS4 for like some strange reason. So guys, that's the video. Tell me what you think about the collector's edition. Tell me what you think about the game. And hey, have a great day, guys. Peace out. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and see you guys later.